There comes a moment in every person's life when silence becomes a sanctuary, a moment when the ache of betrayal, the sting of disregard, the sharp slap of disrespect catches you so off guard that all you can do is sit with it. No words, no tears, just silence. And in that stillness, in that sacred pause, there is a storm of emotion brewing so deep inside your soul it threatens to break you open. But I want you to hear me when I say this. You are not broke. You are becoming. That pain you feel, it is a teacher. That silence you keep, it is your power. Stay quiet after disrespect, not because you don't have the words, not because you don't have the right, but because your worth does not need to scream to be heard. Your value is not determined by the one who tried to diminish you. Their ignorance does not subtract from your brilliance. Their cruelty does not touch your crown. There's something incredibly powerful about not reacting. It takes everything in you not to clap back, not to defend your name, not to let rage boil over into words that can't be unsaid. I know how much strength it takes to sit in the pain and not let it speak for you. I know the fire that burns in your chest when someone dares to treat you like you're less than, like your presence is optional, like your heart is disposable. I know the urge to make them feel what you feel. But baby, let me tell you this. It's not your job to teach people how to love. It's not your job to correct every lie told about you. It's not your job to chase respect from someone who never had the decency to offer it freely. Your only job is to heal. Your only responsibility is to your peace. And your greatest act of rebellion, your silence. Because when you stay quiet after disrespect, what you are really saying is, I know who I am. And I will not lower myself to prove it to you. We live in a world that demands we defend ourselves at every turn, that tells us to match energy, that labels silence as weakness. But silence, true, conscious silence, is not weakness. It is restraint. It is wisdom wrapped in dignity. It is knowing that someone else's actions do not get to determine your reaction. You do. And when you choose peace over chaos, when you choose calm over conflict, you're choosing yourself. You are saying, you don't get that part of me. You don't get the part that fights to be seen because I already see myself. And that is powerful. That is transformational. I have walked through fire with people who handed me gasoline. I have trusted hands that were only reaching to pull me down. I have opened my heart to those who only came to tear it apart. And in every single one of those moments, the temptation was to fight, to defend, to explain. But what I learned the hard way is that the most profound strength lives in restraint. That dignity is louder than any scream. That walking away in silence can echo louder than any argument. Some people don't deserve the sound of your voice after they've disrespected your spirit. Some people aren't worthy of the explanation. Let them wonder why you didn't react. Let them sit in the discomfort of their own actions without your words to soften the blow. Because the silence you keep is not emptiness, it's evidence. It's proof that you will not be moved by the storms others tried to create. You are rooted. You are whole. You are rising even in the stillness. And I know that staying quiet hurts. I know it feels like swallowing fire. I know how lonely it gets when you're holding in what you want to scream. But don't confuse silence with weakness. Silence is sacred. Silence is survival. It is you choosing your soul over their drama. It is you preserving your energy for battles that matter. It is you saying, my peace is more important than your chaos. And eventually, the ones who disrespected you will hear your silence. They will hear it in the distance you create, in the growth you embody, in the joy they can no longer access. They will see the chapters they were written out of. They will watch the life you built without them. And trust me, that silence It will speak volumes. It will be the only sound that lingers. You do not have to prove your worth to someone who refused to see it. You do not have to fight for space in hearts that made you feel like a burden. You do not have to explain your value to those who treated you like you were disposable. Stop pouring your energy into empty vessels. Stop trying to resurrect what's already gone. Stop trying to make sense of senseless disrespect. Your silence is your shield. It is your boundary. It is your protest. And more importantly, it is your healing. Because when you stay quiet, you are not giving up. You are rising above. You are choosing a higher frequency, one where love speaks in actions, not apologies. One where peace is the priority, not performance. One where your soul is safe, not shredded. There will be people who misinterpret your silence as guilt. Let them. There will be people who think your silence is surrender. Let them. You don't owe them understanding. You don't owe them closure. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do to yourself is to say nothing and walk away. Walk away from the need to be right. Walk away from the need to be heard. Walk away from anything that costs your peace. And when you walk with your head high, your spine straight and your spirit intact. You are not running, you are releasing. And there is freedom in that release. I want you to remember something that I pray finds you on the days when you're questioning your silence. When the pain is loud and the urge to fight is louder, remember this. Not every insult deserves an audience. Not every provocation deserves a response. You are not here to convince the unkind of your worth. You are not here to shrink yourself into palatable pieces to keep the peace. You are the peace. You are the storm that refuses to break. You are the fire that doesn't burn others just because it's been burned. You are the light that walks away without flickering. Stay quiet, not because you are voiceless, but because your voice is too powerful to be wasted on noise. And to anyone who's been disrespected, dismissed, overlooked, or underestimated, please hear me. You are not defined by that moment. You are not defined by how they treated you. You are defined by how you rise, by how you keep your grace when it would be easier to be bitter, by how you choose to keep loving, even if it's just loving yourself, by how you hold yourself through the healing. You don't need to make a scene. You are the scene. You are the moment they'll never forget, not because you yelled, but because you left in silence, and they felt that absence like an earthquake. Stay quiet after disrespect and let that silence carry you to places that noise never could. Let it lead you into rooms where your soul is seen, your heart is held, and your voice is honored. Let it open doors where your value isn't debated but celebrated, and above all, let it heal you. Because in that healing, you'll find something greater than revenge. You'll find peace. You'll find purpose. You'll find yourself. So stand in your silence, strong and unshaken. Let the world talk. Let them misunderstand. Let them whisper. Because while they're busy with noise, you'll be busy becoming. And that, my love, is the loudest statement of all. Thank you.